Namaskar, namaste. Welcome to this practice for your yoga challenge and fully into our second week of the yoga challenge. This class will be a mixture of Hatha, Vinyasa, and Kundalini. You can start by finding a Sukhasana, an easy pose, sitting on your seat bones with a nice tall spine, maybe even sitting on a cushion or a block, and allowing your knees to fall out naturally to the sides of your mat. As you take a deep breath in through your nose and a big sigh out, start to tune into your breath flowing through your body. This practice will be to release stuck emotion and raise your vibration. Taking a deep breath in through your nose and a big sigh. And as we'll be including some Kundalini elements, we'll tune in with a mantra. You can start to create a deep, slow breath as you inhale your arms up above head. Exhale your thumbs to your heart center. Take another breath here. And just start to breathe deep, slow breaths, maybe starting Ujjayi Pranayama or Victorious breath or Ocean breath with a slight constriction in the back of the throat as if you're condensing your breath onto a surface, but with the mouth closed, breathing in and out through the nostrils. Filling your diaphragm, letting the diaphragm expand so the belly button goes out away from the spine on each inhale, and on each exhale the belly button goes into the spine. Massaging the organs and squeezing out anything no longer serving any apana or waste as you inhale prana in and apana out. And we'll tune in with the Adi mantra, Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo, Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. The primal mantra, or the first mantra, Adi mantra, is to the divine teacher within all things, to the totality, the name of God. I call that name within all things, or within all that is infinite. Or also a more simple transliteration is I bow to the divine teacher within and all around me. Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale to the mantra. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Deep breath in through the nose. Big sigh out, release the hands, palms face down on your knees. Inhale, pull the chest forward, look up to the sky. Exhale, tuck the belly button in, look to the belly button, send the back of the heart back to the back of your mat. Inhale, open the heart, spinal flexes or seated cat-cows. Start to create a rhythm as you inhale up and exhale back, starting to move the energy of the Kundalini up and down the spine. We'll be working with some Kundalini Kriyas and exercises to open the hips through both Hatha and Vinyasa style yoga, as well as some Kundalini meditations to raise the vibration and raise the intuition within you. So as you inhale up, exhale inward, inhale, open the chest, exhale, open the back of the heart. These spinal flexes are rocking the energy from the base of the spine, raising the Kundalini energy from the pelvic floor up through Sushumna, the central channel of the spine, and up and out the top of the head, Sahasrara, the crown chakra, uniting divine feminine and divine masculine forces, Ida and Pingala. Inhale into a straight spine. Big sigh. Inhale your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale strongly through the nose. Drop the shoulders down with strength. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, drop the shoulders down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Breathing through the nose. Inhale the shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, roll them back and down along the spine. Deep breath in. Imagine as if you could cross your eyes up to the bridge of the nose, just above the bridge of the nose at the center of the forehead, looking up and out the third eye. Take a deep breath in here and a big breath out. Lift the pelvic floor. Inhale, activating Mula Bandha. Exhale, tuck the belly button into your spine, tuck the chin into your chest. Breathing out, releasing the breath and releasing the bandhas. Inhale here. Exhale, release the breath. Tuck the belly button into the spine, lift the pelvic floor, tuck the chin into the chest and hold. Inhale, release. Big breath out. Belly button to spine. Lift the pelvic floor. Tuck the chin into your chest. Inhale. Hold. And exhale, release. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring your feet out almost the full length of your mat, bringing the soles of the feet together. And again, you can sit on a cushion, and you can also bring a cushion in between your chest and the ground as you'll start to fold forward, starting with a straight spine, and fold forward, opening the outside line of the legs, the thighs and the hip flexors. And take some time here to feel the vibration of the energy that you've started to move with the Kundalini and the pranayama. That now you start to move that energy into the hip flexors and into the legs to release stuck emotion, frustration, anger, or fear. Deep breath in. Big sigh. Sink in and relax however far is comfortable for your body today. And start to imagine your breath circulating from the top of your head, through the nostrils, and down along the spine, wrapping around the hip flexors and the thighs, the quadriceps, and around the knees and calves and ankles and out the tips of the toes. A spiral of light clearing and moving any toxic energy or stuck emotion in the legs, in the feet, the thighs, and the seat. The whole lower body being cleared with your deep, slow breath. Inhale here. Exhale, start to walk yourself back up, walking the hands back, coming back up with a straight spine, and just bend the knees, plant the feet. If you're sitting on a cushion, remove the cushion and plant the feet as wide as your mat so that the knees can fall into each other as you lower the knees to one side and then the other, windshield wipering the legs side to side, opening the hip sockets and the lower spine. can swing your legs behind you and make your way onto your hands and knees, planting the hands beneath your shoulders, the knees beneath your hips, and tucking the toes for extra stability, planting the fingertips, pads of the hands, and the heels of the hands into the mat, arms parallel to each other underneath the shoulders, and the body coming into a line from the crown of the head to the sacrum, and 90-degree angles roughly with the legs. And as you breathe here, feel the ground, feel stabilized here as you press back through the heels and into the tips of the toes, finding stability and strength. Maybe just swaying a little bit side to side, feeling the center of gravity, maybe swaying a bit forward and back, bringing the shoulders a little forward over the fingers and a little back away from the wrists. Just see if there's any tension in the body along the spine or into the hips, maybe starting to make a few circles. Just listening to your body, perhaps bending one elbow and then the other, as you start to move your body and move your breath, synchronizing your movements a bit with your breath. And making your way into tabletop. Inhale, lift the chest, gaze up, hips up, drop the belly. Exhale, tuck the belly button in, tailbone under, look between the thighs or towards the belly button, push away from the ground, back of the heart to the sky. Inhale, chest up, gaze up, hips up, belly drops. Exhale, reverse, tuck the tailbone under, send the spine up high behind you, push away from the ground. Inhale, pull yourself forward, open the chest. Exhale, open the back of the heart, look between the thighs. Inhale, open the chest, hips up. Exhale, opposite way. And 3 more with your breath, cat-cat. And finding your tabletop again, inhale your right arm out to your side. Exhale, bring that right arm through the left lower onto your right shoulder. Inhale your left arm in the air and perhaps wrap around behind the spine or reach the arm out to the front of your mat. 3 breaths. Inhale here. Exhale, plant your left hand beneath your left shoulder. Start to push yourself away from the ground. Plant your right hand down. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, bring the left arm through the right, lowering down onto the left shoulder. Inhale, right arm up, maybe wrap behind the spine into the left thigh or reach the right arm out to the front of your mat. Breathing here. See if you can even out your hips so you're not leaning too much to the opposite side of the shoulders so that you open up that left shoulder. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Inhale here. Exhale, plant your right hand underneath your right shoulder. Push yourself away from the ground. Bring the hands both in line underneath the shoulders. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, bring your big toes together. Slide your knees wide to the edges of your mat. Sink down into a child's pose. Inhale here. Big sigh. Inhale. Exhale, press into the palms. Walk your hands over towards the right side of your body, bringing the torso over towards the right thigh. Maybe stacking the left hand on top of the right, opening the left side body. Inhale here. Exhale, walk your hands all the way over the opposite way, bringing the torso over the left side of the body and opening the right sideways. Breathing into the right side rib cage. Inhale here. Exhale, walk your hands back into center. And bring yourself back up the seat off the heels. Tuck the toes, press into the hands, send the hips up and back into downward facing dog. Maybe bending the knees a bit in this first downward dog if it is your first downward dog, and spend some time opening the backs of the legs before you stabilize here. Maybe a micro bend in your elbows as you press into the fingertips, pads of the hands and heels of the hands. Push away from the ground, chest towards the thighs. And you want your heels moving towards the ground, but take a little time to stretch the backs of the legs before you come into stillness for 5 breaths here. Inhale, lift both heels. Exhale, bend the knees, press the heels down, press the chest to the thighs. Inhale, lift both heels. Exhale, bend the knees, press the heels down, press the chest to the thighs. One more, inhale, lift both heels. Exhale, press the heels down, press the chest to the thighs. And again, if you want a micro bend in your knees, if the backs of the legs feel tight, feel free to apply that micro bend as you breathe, looking between the feet. Let the head and neck relax between the arms. Find 5 breaths here in your downward facing dog. Inhale here. Big sigh. Inhale your right leg up behind you. Exhale, bring that foot in between your hands. Lower your back knee down for a low lunge. Inhale the chest up, arms up alongside your ears, palms facing each other. Press into that right foot as you strengthen the thigh. Scissor the hips in towards each other to square to the front of your mat. Tuck the tailbone under slightly and lift the spine out of the sacrum. Grow tall and long. Inhale. Make sure the shoulders are back and down, away from the ears. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, leaning back. Exhale, let the hands fall on either side of that front foot. Straighten your back legs. Step your feet back to meet in a plank pose. Feet parallel in line with the hips. Body all in one long line. Crown of the head to the base of the spine, to the backs of the heels, pressing in one long line. Push away from the earth, send the back of the heart up to the sky. Deep breath in your plank. Exhale, tuck the elbows into your rib cage. Roll forward a little bit on the toes and come down in one long line through chaturanga to your mat. Point your toes behind you. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, lower your chest down to your mat. Inhale, lift the chest, gaze forward, shoulders away from the ears, low cobra. Exhale, lower the chest down. Inhale, lift the chest, gaze forward, shoulders away from your ears, elbows tucked close to the ribs, and the hands float off the mat. 3 breaths. Deep breath in. Exhale, plant the hands, tuck the toes, push the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg up high behind you. Exhale, bring that foot in between your hands. Lower your back knee down for a low lunge. Inhale, arms alongside the ears, back knee underneath the right hip. Scissor the hips forward to square to the front of your mat. Tuck the tailbone under slightly, tuck the belly button in. Shoulders away from your ears. Press into that left foot with that 90-degree angle. Deep breath. Big sigh. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck the belly button into the spine. Inhale, lean back, open the heart. Exhale, let the hands fall on either side of that front foot. Straighten out your back leg, step the feet back, plank pose. Chaturanga down. Inhale, your back bend of choice. Exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Deep breath here in your downward dog. Inhale, your right leg up behind you. Exhale, bring that foot to the outside of your right hand. Lower your back knee down. Pull the chest forward. Flex that right foot. Open that right hip. Coming into a lizard pose. Deep breath here. Open the chest. Open the hip. You can point those toes behind to stretch the front of the left thigh, or you can keep them tucked. Inhale here. Exhale, flatten out that right foot, tuck those left toes, straighten out the back leg, step the feet back parallel for plank pose, chaturanga down. Inhale your back bend of choice. Exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, bring that foot to the outside of your left hand, lower your back knee down. Inhale the chest forward, flex your left foot, open that left hip. Breathing here in your lizard pose. Inhale here. Exhale, flatten out that left foot back onto the ground and straighten out that back leg, tucking the right toes. Step the feet back in one long line, plank pose, chaturanga down. Inhale your back bend. Exhale, lower the chest, tuck the toes, push the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Big sigh. Deep breath in. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands your way. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, heel toe your feet out to the edges of your mat. 45-degree angles, opposing directions. Send your seat down towards your mat. Bring your chest forward, the elbows in to meet your knees, coming into malasana or squat pose. Deep breath here. Big breath out. Inhale. Big sigh. Breathing here deeply and slowly. And if you can, close the eyes. Breathe deeply and envision that spiral of energy circulating around the legs and the hips, clearing old emotion or current frustration. And if you feel called and no lion's breath, you can take 3 lion's breath with me. On the exhale, you'll stick the tongue out, open the eyes wide. The inhale, breathing in through the nose. Exhale, tongue out, eyes wide. Inhale here. Exhale, plant the fingertips underneath the shoulders, send the hips up, the feet parallel along the edges of your mat. Fold forward over the legs. Breathe here, 3 breaths. Inhale, halfway lift on your fingertips or hands on the shins. Exhale, fold, tuck the belly button into your spine. Inhale, arms out to your sides, rise up to stand, palms come together above head. Exhale, thumbs to your heart, hop your feet together, underneath the hips, feet parallel. Deep breath in. Exhale, palms face forward to the front of your mat, Tadasana or mountain pose. Spread the toes wide. Inhale, the arms rise up, look to the thumbs. Exhale, press the palms out to your side, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, plank pose, chaturanga to the ground. Inhale, your back bend of choice. Exhale, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg up behind you. Exhale, bring that foot to the outside of your right hand. Keep that back leg straight. Inhale, the right arm up, opening up, twisting. Exhale, plant that right hand down, step the right foot to meet the left, chaturanga down. Inhale, your back bend. Exhale, send the hips up and back. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, bring that foot to the outside of your left hand, keep the back leg straight, heel pressing out and back. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, planting the left hand down, step the feet back in line for plank, chaturanga down. Inhale, your back bend. Exhale, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, step the feet as wide as your mat. Walk your hands back to fold over the legs. Pivot the feet out 45 degrees. Send the seat down towards your mat. Malasana, squat pose. Elbows in to meet the knees. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, fingertips beneath the shoulders. Send the hips up. Fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk your hands forward, coming into a wide-legged downward facing dog. Push your chest towards your thighs. Inhale. Exhale, step the feet together, parallel underneath, in line with the hips, pardon me. Hips up high, downward facing dog. Big breath out. Inhale, right leg rises.
Exhale, bring that foot in between your hands. Lower your back foot down parallel to the short edge of your mat, aligning heel to heel or heel to arch. Coming into warrior two. Arms at a T at shoulder height. Gaze over that right middle finger, externally rotating the hips, pressing out through the back edge of that left foot, strong in both legs. Roughly 90-degree angle in that front leg. Deep breath here. Big breath out. Inhale. Exhale, windmill the arms down. Pivot that back foot, step the feet back, plank pose, chaturanga down. Inhale your back bend. Exhale, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up high behind you. Exhale, bring that foot in between your hands. Lower your back foot down parallel to the short edge of your mat, aligning heel to heel or heel to arch, one of your legs lengths behind you. Bring the arms in line with the shoulders at a T. Look over the left middle finger. Bend deep into that front knee. Inhale. Big breath out. Deep breath in. Exhale, windmill the arms down alongside that left foot. Pivot the right foot. Step the feet back. Plank pose. Chaturanga down. Inhale your back bend of choice. Exhale, send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale in your downward dog. Big breath out. Deep breath in. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, full. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, heel toe your feet out to the edges of your mat, 45-degree angles, opposing direction. Send the seat down, Malasana, squat pose. Inhale, squat. Exhale here. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing, pressing into the bottoms of the feet. Pivot the feet parallel to the short edge of your mat, or to the long edge of your mat, pardon me. Inhale the arms up, lean back. Exhale, swan dive forward. Folding over the legs, take hold of the ankles, wrapping the fingers around the Achilles. Fold forward. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Inhale here. Exhale, release the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, plank pose, chaturanga down. Inhale your back bend. Exhale, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Deep breaths. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your big toes together. Send your knees wide to the edges of your mat. Send your seat back to meet your heels. Child's pose, forehead or chest down. Breathing here. Inhale here. Exhale. Start to walk your hands back towards your knees. Bring the thighs together, coming into a thunderbolt pose or rock pose, sitting on your heels. Breathing deeply. Grow long and tall in your spine. And just close your eyes and start to ask yourself, what barriers do I need to break through at this time? What emotions am I clearing? Stuck emotion, frustrations, or fears? What am I willing to let go of or willing to face in my practice today? What do I need to break through so I can move forward? And if you feel clear at this time in your life, what do you need to affirm into your life with strength and conviction? We're going to do a Kriya to charge the energy of the heart chakra and to break through barriers. So you'll create Linga mudras with the hands, which is essentially closed fingers in towards the pads of the hands and thumbs up. So it's like a thumbs up, and you're pressing with the fingertips into the heels of the hands and the thumbs straight up. So you'll start with the left thumb down at the left hip and the right thumb forward. And we're going to be breathing in breath of fire through the nose. So each time that you'll bring the opposite hand forward, you'll breathe out through the nose. And you're going to allow the inhale breath to come in between. So you're focusing on pumping the belly in as you exhale out through the nose. and you're charging the heart chakra and breaking through barriers. So what do you need to break through, or what do you need to affirm into your life with conviction from your heart? So starting with the right thumb forward, and then exhale, left thumb forward, exhaling through the nose, belly pumps in. Find your inhale as the rhythm creates the breath for you. If you need a break for a couple of deep breaths, feel free to do so. We'll do this for 3 minutes. Close the eyes, look up and out the third eye as if you're crossing your eyes, but upwards towards the center of the forehead. And bring your goals to mind. And let any barriers to those goals come up and out of your body with the fire of your breath as you charge the heart chakra to charge your field and magnetize the reality of your choosing into your life. Thirty more seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the palms face down on the thighs. Grow long and tall, shoulders away from the ears. Close the eyes, look up and out through the third eye. Deep breath in through the nose. Hold the breath at the top of the breath. Maybe activate your pelvic floor with Mula Bandha. Tuck the belly button in. And exhale, release. Just breathe deeply and slowly here. Filling the belly with prana. And as you exhale, all else leaves. Light fills your whole body with every breath. Now for anything that might still be clinging on, you can stay here in rock pose or thunderbolt if you are comfortable. Otherwise, you're welcome to come onto your seat on a cushion if you would prefer. But we'll bring the hands together in front of the heart, interlacing the middle finger, ring finger, and pinky, and extending the index fingers out. Then you'll cross your thumbs, one on top of the other, for balancing the feminine energy, left over right, or for balancing masculine energy, right over left. And you're going to imagine that this is like a sword of light. We're going to inhale the arms up and then exhale the arms down. The mantra to go along with this is Sat on the arms up, Nam on the arms down. You may have done this recently with me in another class.
This is to cut the cords away from whatever is stuck in your life, to cut the cords to the past that is holding you back, to negative thinking, to any energetic attachments or pollution. You're inhaling truth, name, Sat, Nam, and imagine that you're cutting away all those attachments, all those cords no longer serving you. Sat, Nam, 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 Sat, Nam. 2 more minutes, you can do it. Sat, Nam, you're strong and powerful. Sat, Nam, 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 Sat, Nam. 1 more minute. Nam, Sat, 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 Nam. Inhale, arms up. Big sigh. Inhale. Lift the pelvic floor, tuck the belly button in, tuck the chin in, hold the breath. Exhale, relax the bandhas. Inhale. Big sigh. Inhale here. Lift the pelvic floor, tuck the belly button in, tuck the chin to the chest. Exhale. 1 more, inhale. Big breath out. And last time with the bandhas, inhale. Lift the pelvic floor, tuck the belly button in, tuck the chin to the chest. And exhale, relax. Inhale here. Lower the arms down, palms face down on the knees. Deep breath in, look up and out through the third eye. Big sigh or lion's breath. 2 more. Inhale here. Exhale, swing your legs out in front of you to face the front of your mat. Extend your left leg out first, flex that left foot. Bring your right foot to the inside of your left thigh. Inhale your arms up, and with a straight spine, exhale, fold to bring your fingertips along the heel, the archway, or the ball of the foot. And breathe here.
Inhale here. Exhale, tuck your belly button into your spine. Inhale the arms up alongside the ears, chest forward, flex that left foot. Exhale, lower the hands down, switch sides, bring the right foot forward, the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Janu Shirshasana, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold over that right foot. Square those shoulders to the front of the mat. Let that left knee come down to the floor. Breathe here. Deep breath in. Big sigh. Tuck the belly button into your spine. Inhale, rise up, arms alongside your ears. Flex that right foot. Exhale, lower the hands down to the outsides of your hips. Stretch your legs out both straight. Set them wide to the edges of your mat. Inhale, the arms up, straight spine. Exhale, reach your peace fingers in between the big toe and the second toe, wrapping the index and middle finger along the bottom of the big toe. Press your thumb to the top of the big toe along the nail of the toe. Straighten out your spine. And you'll begin a breath of fire here, so the continuous pumping in of the belly, as long as you're not pregnant or menstruating. You'll pump the belly in on your exhale through the nose, similar to the Kriya we did with the fists pumping forward with the Linga Mudras, where you're exhaling through the nose and letting the inhale come in on its own. If this is a lot for the backs of the legs, you can bend the knees a bit. And if you are not able to do breath of fire for some reason, you can just breathe deeply and slowly, making sure that as you exhale, the belly button goes in towards your spine. Begin with a deep breath in. Exhale all the air out. Breathe in half capacity and begin breath of fire. Inhale, lift the chest, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, slowly fold yourself into the insides of the legs. Let the arms come out to the outsides of your shins and relax, bending the elbows perhaps, and letting gravity pull you into a seated forward fold with the legs set wider than the hips. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly walk yourself back up to a straight spine and swing the legs out behind you. Make your way onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes, planting the hands beneath the shoulders. Press into the fingertips, pads of the hands, heels of the hands. Press into the toes. Send the hips up and back, pressing away from the ground, chest towards the thighs, returning to downward facing dog. Deep breath here in your downward dog. Big sigh. Inhale. Exhale, walk your feet slowly towards your hands, one little step at a time, coming forward into Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Folding over the legs. Bend the legs a lot as you let the torso come along the tops of the thighs. Spread those toes, ground into all four corners of the feet. Let the head and neck hang, letting the crown of the head point towards the ground, maybe even taking hold of either elbow with the hands. Letting everything hang here, Leaning a bit more forward into the toes. Maybe swaying a bit back and forth or side to side. Just let gravity loosen up and lengthen the spine. Deep breath in. Exhale, tuck your belly button into your spine. Inhale, bring your arms behind the sacrum, clasp the hands together. Interlace the fingers as you press the heels of the hands together. Inhale, pull the shoulders away from your ears. Hug the shoulder blades in towards each other, opening the chest, bringing the arms up behind the shoulder blades or just above the sacrum with the hands. Listen to your body for how far forward the forearms can come back towards the ground. Inhale here into the chest. Exhale, tuck the belly button in. And inhale, pull yourself up with your arms. Imagine that you're pulling your own body all the way back up to standing. And then you're going to press the hips forward, lean back slightly, opening the heart. Inhale here. Exhale, straighten out the spine. Relax the hands, releasing the clasp of the hands. Shake out the arms to the side, spread the toes wide, ground into the feet. Maybe even bend the knees a little bit. Tuck the tailbone forward, roll the shoulders away from the ears. Finding your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Inhale here. Big sigh. So now another Kriya to clear old energy or emotion stuck in the body, as well as to raise the energy up the spine. So we're going to combine breath of fire with a chair pose to fire up the energy in the legs, and the clasping of the fists of the hands, as if you're flashing the palms. You're going to spread the palms and clasp the fists together. The arms will be alongside the ears in Utkatasana chair pose. And you're pumping the breath through the nostrils with breath of fire as you clap the fingertips, one-handed claps on both sides, clapping the fingertips to the heels of the hands, making sure you're in a nice strong chair, chest forward, pumping the breath through the nose, clearing all old energy, frustration, and fear, and raising the Kundalini energy up from the sacrum to the crown of the head. Anytime you need a rest, you can fold partway forward, swing the arms behind, and then inhale back up. Maybe sink a little lower into your chair if you can. Inhale, rise up to stand, lean back, press the hips forward. Exhale, swan dive forward, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, plank pose, chaturanga down. Inhale your back bend. Exhale, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale your right foot up behind you. Exhale, bring that foot in between your hands. Lower your back foot down for a warrior one. Hips width distance, 45-degree angle. Inhale, arms up, chest forward, square to the front of your mat. Inhale, lean back, open the heart. Exhale, fold forward, planting the hands, step the feet back, plank pose, chaturanga down. Inhale, your back bend of choice. Exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, bring that foot in between your hands. Back foot, hips width distance, 45-degree angle, press out through that back foot. And 90-degree angle with the left, arms up alongside the ears, square hips to the front of your mat. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, fold forward. Pivot that back foot, step the feet back, plank pose, chaturanga down. Inhale, your back bend. Exhale, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, walk, step, or hop your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Tuck your belly button into your spine. Inhale, rise. Palms come together above head. Exhale, thumbs to your heart. Inhale here. Exhale, release the hands to your sides. Mountain pose. Inhale, arms up alongside the ears. Sit back into your Utkatasana chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms. Step the feet back. Plank pose. Chaturanga down. Inhale, your back bend. Exhale, send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Inhale here. Exhale, walk, step, or hop your feet to your hands. Bring the balls of the feet together, the soles of the feet together as much as you can. Balls of the feet and heels. You're going to bring your seat down to meet the heels. We're going to do frog lifts here. So as you have the balls of the feet and the heels together, your chest will be forward on your inhale. And then as you exhale, you'll send your hips up, floating the heels off the mat, fold in towards the legs. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, hips up, fold. Frog lifts. Clearing the legs, strengthening the base of the body, and shaking out all the old energy no longer serving you. Rocking that kundalini up through the spine. And opening the hip flexors. Take a rest anytime you need. Thirty seconds left. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and fold over the legs. Bend those knees. Relax the torso along the thighs. I see myself in joy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step the feet back, downward facing dog. Inhale in your downward dog. Exhale, knees together. Send your seat to meet your heels. Point the toes behind. Come down into a Garbhasana or embryo pose. Bring the arms alongside the body. I see myself in joy and love. I know myself. I am enough. I see myself in joy and love. Deep breath in, big breath out. Inhale here. Exhale, send your arms out in front of you. Slide all the way down onto your belly. Stretch the legs behind you, legs together. Point the toes. Bring the elbows underneath the shoulders. Chest forward, gaze forward. Sphinx posture. Breathing here, closing the eyes, looking up and out through the third eye. If this is too much for your lower back at any point, you can bring your elbows further out from the chest and shoulders, lowering the angle of the back bend. Making sure your shoulders are away from your ears as you breathe into the chest, looking up and out through the third eye. Imagine a purple light spiraling into the forehead and down and out the spine through the tips of the toes, circulating through your whole body, raising your vibration. I see myself in joy and love. I know myself, I am enough. I see myself in joy and love. Find a deep breath in. Exhale, bend your elbows out to the edges of your mat. Stack your hands one on top of the other. Rest your forehead on top of the backs of your hands. Self in joy and love. I know myself, I am enough. I see myself in joy and love. Deep inhale here. Exhale, bring your arms alongside your body, palms face up, chin to the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, bend your knees, bringing your heels towards your seat. And if you can, take hold of your ankles with the palms, wrapping around the ball of the ankle joint and fingertips along the top of the ankle. Flex your feet. Breathing here, you can keep your forehead on your mat for a few breaths. I know myself, I am enough. And on your next inhale, pulling the shoulders away from your ears, lifting your chest and your gaze forward. If this is already very intense for you, then stay here, no need to move any further into a back bend. Otherwise, you can start to push the ankles into the hands, lifting the chest and lifting the thighs slightly off of your mat, coming into a bow pose. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly lower the chest down and set the legs out wide to the edges of your mat. Let the insides of the feet come down to your mat. Bring your chin or your forehead to your mat. You can again stack the hands and rest the forehead on the hands. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your hands beneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Push yourself up and back into downward facing dog. Deep breaths in your downward dog. Send the hips up high. Press the chest towards the thighs. Look between the feet. Inhale here. Exhale, walk your feet towards your hands. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bring your seat to meet your heels. And walk the hands back till you come into the middle of your mat with the seat. Stretch the legs out in front of you. Point the toes towards your forehead. Straighten out your spine. Roll the shoulders away from your ears. Finding Dandasana or staff pose. So maybe your hands are right beside the hips or slightly ahead of the hips. Just make sure the shoulders are away from the ears. The spine is straight. Finding your Dandasana, flexing the legs, flexing the feet, pressing the thighs down towards the ground. Or if this feels really intense for the backs of the legs, you can bend the knees slightly or even place a cushion underneath the knees. But again, press down through the heels. Breathing here. Inhale, the arms rise. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, rise with the arms. Exhale, bow. Honoring yourself. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, slowly lower the hands and start to walk yourself over the legs, folding into a caterpillar pose, letting the feet fall out naturally, letting the arms come along sides of the legs. No need to pull on anything, just letting your whole body sink in with gravity. And perhaps if you have a cushion and you'd like to support your body a little more, you can bring a cushion between the thighs and chest. And just breathe here, letting yourself sink in to this deep stretch of the backs of the legs. Deep, slow breaths. Letting all the obstacles melt away. Deep breaths, clearing and cleansing all that is no longer serving you. Any frustration, anxieties, or fears dissolve away now as new light and life force circulates through your whole body. Find a deep breath, maybe get a little more length in the spine. And then exhale, fold a little more deeply if you can, softening in a little further if the body allows. Just letting yourself float in your stretch to about 70% of full capacity of your stretch. Find a deep breath in. Big sigh. Inhale. Exhale, slowly start to walk yourself back and up. Inhale, the shoulders up to your ears, flex the feet. Exhale, roll the shoulders away from the ears, plant the hands behind the body, and start to walk yourself down onto your elbows and down all the way onto your back. Laying down straight on the back. Deep breath in, lengthen the arms behind, point your toes. Exhale, tuck the belly button into your spine, lower the arms down alongside the hips, palms plant, bring the knees in towards the chest. Inhale, the arms out to your sides at a T at shoulder height, or the elbows in cactus arms. Exhale, belly button into your spine, lower your knees to your right side, look over your left shoulder. Breathing deeply here through this twist. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck your belly button into your spine. Inhale, the knees back in line with the hips and into the chest. Bring the hands on top of the shins. Hug your forehead into your knees. Inhale, lengthen the arms behind, point the toes, stretch the whole body long. Exhale, tuck the belly button into your spine, lower the palms down on either side of your hips, bring your knees in towards your chest. Inhale, the arms back out to your sides. Exhale, tuck the belly button in, lower the knees to your left side, gaze over your right shoulder. Breathing here. Inhale. Exhale, tuck your belly button into your spine. Inhale, your knees back in line with your hips. Bring the hands on top of the shins. Bring the forehead towards your knees. Hug yourself close, Apanasana. 5 breaths. Inhale here. Exhale, lower your feet down, soles together of the feet, knees open wide to the edges of your mat. Coming into a reclined butterfly posture for 1 minute as we prepare for Shavasana. So you can either let the hands fall down along the sides, or to bring a little more weight, you can bring the hands on top of the inner thighs. Hug the shoulder blades in underneath the chest slightly. Let the back of the head grow heavy. Let the knees fall out naturally to the edges of your mat. Breathing here in reclined butterfly, 1 minute.
again, finding a deep inhale. Big sigh or lion's breath. Letting all the residual energy go. 2 more. Inhale, straighten the legs out to the short edge of your mat. Maybe even the feet fall out to the corners of the mat. And let the arms fall out to the sides of the body, palms face up to the sky. Let your whole body grow heavy and release any attachment or control of the breath. Just let yourself start to relax from the bottoms of your feet, relaxing to the calves and thighs, relaxing. Every part of the body sinking into the ground beneath you, relaxed and softened in order to integrate your practice. You can begin to wiggle your toes, maybe roll the ankles a little bit, letting the feet start to wake up. As the muscles of the calves and the thighs start to wake up, maybe a little deeper the breath flows and the belly rises to the sky. Deepening the breath, bringing awareness again to your breath. Starting to make your way slowly, maybe stretching your whole body long or rolling to one side of the body. Starting to come up into a seat as you are ready. Making your way up into Sukhasana as we begin, sitting on the seat bones, one foot in front of the other, knees falling out to the ground. Spine tall, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale the arms out to your sides and palms come up above head. Exhale, thumbs to your heart. And we'll close with the mantra Sat Nam, truth is my name. And we'll sing this together 3 times. Sat Nam. taking a breath in and out to prepare, and then beginning the mantra to close the practice. Inhale. Big breath out. Inhale to Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Namaste. Thank you for practicing along with me today, and we'll see you in more classes this week as we continue along with our YTT Yoga Challenge. Namaste. Have a beautiful start to your week.